Burn those pants. That was not nice. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So over on YouTube, there's a deep fake of Elon Musk.
What?
I know. You know,
Isn't there one on YouTube, one on TikTok, one on
Everywhere.
Instagram? I mean, it's everywhere.
100%. Okay, so this one says Elon needs money so badly,
Yeah.
that if you give him your cryptocurrency,
Right.
he's going to give it right back to you and you will double your money guaranteed. Double your money.
How does that math work?
Okay.
I need money. So if
That's
you
right.
give me money, I'll double your money.
Yes. You know, Elon Musk is worth $246 billion as of this morning.
Sure.
So I went over to ChatGPT and I thought to myself, okay, so if you had $246 billion and you were getting 4% return on your money,
Okay.
how much would that be every single day?
How much is it?
Well, if I had to do the math by hand, I still would be doing the math, but I did it on ChatGPT, so it could be lying. But he said it's about maybe $9.8 billion a day.
Is that what he gets? He gets a 4% return every single day on his money?
Okay. So what I want to know is who falls for this?
Idiots.
Okay, who is that person that like sees this on YouTube and says, "Oh, poor Elon. He's not doing so good." I mean, Tesla, I mean, all the bad news about Tesla. I mean, what's going on? I mean, had that whole spaceship that crashed. I mean, maybe it's true. Maybe Elon needs my money. I want to meet that person. I want to see that person. So if you are listening to the podcast, if you are watching the podcast, and you actually saw that and thought to yourself, wow, what a great deed I can do.
Sure.
I want to hear from them.
It's an investment opportunity. You're looking at it wrong. If I just give him my crypto, I get double back. All I have to do is send it to him. This is smart business, Kim.
Okay, yes, but it's a deep fake. I mean, so maybe this person still believes in like if you eat your chewing gum, it sits in your stomach for like 7 years.
Right.
Okay.
Don't eat 30 minutes before swimming or you're going to cramp in the pool.
That one. Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bigfoot's real. Did you see Bigfoot?
I'd give my crypto to Bigfoot before I give it to Elon Musk.
Okay. How about Elvis?
Yeah, Elvis. Elvis
Okay.
is sitting over there on some island with Tupac, and they're just kicking Biggie Smalls, kicking
Yep.
it back, having a party.
He's not dead.
Nope.
Nope. He's not caught in a trap.
Walk
You
all the
missed
way.
me. You missed me. I know you did. I mean, just face it. I mean, you have not seen me for like 2 weeks. And I know you sat there on vacation saying,
Oh, I didn't laugh once. I
I-
didn't laugh once my entire vacation because I didn't have your amazing jokes.
so how much did you miss me, really?
Oh, of course I missed it. I love doing this show. I love hanging out with you. I missed you. Did you miss me?
Well,
Why did I ask?
I just, I have to think about it. How do you define miss?
I wasn't there and you wish I was.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wow.
A little tiny bit.
That is phenomenal.
I mean, not when I was in Hawaii.
No, of course not.
Didn't even think about you there.
No, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either.
And on that happy note, welcome. It's Kim Commando Today. It's your fun podcast about all things digital. And of course, joining me here is Andrew Babinski. Hello there, Andrew.
Hi, Kim.
So many people ask me, is this really the Kim Commando show?
Did they really?
I know. When I was on vacation,
And did you have to tell them no?
well, I was on the beach.
Yeah?
A person came up to me and said, is Kim Commando Today the Kim Commando show?
Out of nowhere.
Yes.
With no context.
No, and I said, it's funny you ask.
Sit down on my towel.
Towel.
Oh.
I'm more sophisticated. I have a beach chair and an umbrella. And I have
apologize.
somebody who brings them out on the beach.
Ricardo, bring us two beach drinks, please, so I can explain the
And
differences.
frozen pineapple and grapes.
Of course. I apologize.
Come on. So, no, the Kim Commando Show for the first time is now available as a podcast. Commercial. There are commercials in it, but if you want to pay, you can get a commercial free. So wherever you get your podcast, this is big news. I've never done this before. Is actually like put the Kim Commando Show out there. The Kim Commando Show is the big show.
Right.
I mean, this is a big show.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I love this show.
I can tell.
But
You run it down every single week by comparing it to the other one.
it's on my-
It's like, I love my daughter. Not as great as my son, but I love my daughter.
I love them both equally. Okay. Well, one makes more money.
That's why.
Okay, I'm just saying. So the Kim Commando Show, wherever you get your podcast, just search for Kim Commando Show. And Kim Commando Today, just a quick reminder, this is available as audio and video.
Yep.
And so if you are listening to us and laughing along as you're on your walk, whatever it may be, that's great. But don't forget, you can also watch us do the podcast and wearing my pants that are just like too big today.
Did you not notice that? And we're not going to point it out. But when she sat down, there was a lot of extra fabric
Yes.
in the front. Is that a design flaw or is that a sizing
You know
flaw?
what? Here's what happened is that I was in my closet this morning
Okay.
and I thought to myself, I haven't worn those pants in a long time. I mean, I probably haven't worn these pants in years.
Well, they're nice. They're very
nice.
nice.
They're
Yeah.
very, and they're expensive. They're
Okay.
very, very pricey. And so I put them on and I was standing there in front of my mirror. I said, yeah, they're a little big.
But you didn't sit down.
No. And then I was walking out and I can probably actually pull these off without even doing it. I'm like, they're going to be fine.
Sure. I'm
They're gonna
sitting
be fine.
down during the show. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
And then you sit down
and all this extra fabric.
you have another pair of pants just sitting in your lap.
What did you say? Is there a small Ecuadorian in your pants? Or
I
what?
said that it looks like
Yeah.
you're smuggling a small Ecuadorian
That's
in your
it.
pants.
It is. YouTube.com/Kim Commando.
If you want to see her puffy pants.
Puffy pants. Oh, we're giving away a $1,000 airline gift card.
Yes, we are.
That was my idea.
Of course.
Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com.
All you got to do is get one newsletter.
That's it. What do you got coming up?
People will try to make money on anything. And I mean absolutely anything. And it happened this weekend.
Yes. Yeah. And we have a great guest, 14-year-old gal and her mom. She was AI deepfaked nudes. That's sick.
So sad.
When you were in school, what was like the big pranks?
Oh, gee. Oh, the big pranks. I don't know about big pranks, but like the gossip and stuff. I mean, people would constantly talk behind your back and people would say things about you. You couldn't tell anything to anyone without the whole school knowing about it.
Oh, for sure.
Or at least my clique knowing about it within an hour. But what happened to her is thousands of times
Outrageous.
worse than anything that ever happened
It
to me
is.
as a teenager.
All right.
Might
Might be your. I think it's your.
be. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. No worries.
All right, let's get rocking and rolling with the five. Let's get rocking and rolling with the top 5 things you need to know that's happening in the tech world right now. We're going to start with AT&T. They had that little tiny hack.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little tiny hack.
Now, when they announced the hack, did they announce that every single person's phone call and text message sent between May of 2022 to October of 2022 was out there on the web? Did they give us that detail?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. But they did say it was every single AT&T customer and anybody who was calling or texting
Right.
with an AT&T customer. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's just nutso. I mean, every time I turn around, there's another hack. But I thought what was interesting is that over the weekend, they paid off the hackers. Now, I thought for sure it was going to be a lot more money.
Is that what they did? I thought they paid a hacker to go on the internet and delete all the files. So they went through an intermediary.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
That's correct.
They
Yes.
went through an intermediary and they paid a hacker $370,000, and he had to prove. I'm
With a
assuming
video.
it's a he.
Yeah, with a
he had
video.
to prove. Yeah, we can't fake those. He had to prove that he went on the internet, found all the files, and got them deleted, and they paid him the money.
Okay. That was dumb. Okay. I mean, I used to work for AT&T and it was a dumb company then. Okay. And I'm sorry, our sales department, if you're trying to call AT&T to get a sponsorship right now. But you know what? It's all over the internet.
Right? There's not just one copy.
No,
it's
it's
not the Constitution. It's a digital file.
I can see somebody like up at the top going, okay,
yeah.
well, let's find it. Let's find the file. And if we find the file and we delete it, I mean, so if I had AT&T stock right now, I would sell it.
Wow, that's pretty bold.
Well, because, I'm holding on to GoPro, if that tells you anything. Okay. I've been holding on to GoPro, hoping that someday they're going to have another
But
camera.
there's nowhere you can turn. Everyone's vulnerable. It's a new hack every single week. Did I tell you about the car hack? Remember the automobile hack where it shut down all the information that inner dealerships would talk?
Yeah, the CDK.
That has affected me.
Really?
I got in a car accident, which was on May 11th, which is 2 months ago. They still haven't even started on my vehicle. And
You're
I
not complaining loud enough.
Oh, it doesn't matter because that system that was hacked also affected parts ordering throughout the entire country. So to get the parts to fix my car, they had to hand fill out a form
Oh, no.
and snail mail it And they have no tracking. They have no idea when it's coming, all because of that hack.
You know how much they paid off?
How much?
$25 million.
This guy only got 370,000.
I know. He was like, you know what, buddy? If AT&T calls you, you got to call me. I will negotiate that deal for you. I only want to take like 30%.
30?
Okay. Yes.
For one phone call?
No, it's my reputation, my brand.
Well, I guess if you're going to get him millions, then it doesn't matter because he only got 370,000 for deleting one file that was probably copy and pasted 3,000 times.
I was going to talk about this later, but since we're talking about hackers, is another thing that's happening right now this morning is that RiteAid has come out and said that they got hacked.
Everybody.
Okay, and which means like everything. But I thought this is like really the strange thing about this RiteAid hack. Okay, if you visited RiteAid, let's everybody think back.
Okay.
Okay, if you went to RiteAid between June 6th, 2017. Okay, wait. And July 30th. 2018.
Okay.
Okay. You're part of the breach.
Hold on. CVS, Walgreens. I think I'm fine. I think I only went to CVS and Walgreens between 2017.
I can't even remember what I did last week. I mean,
honey, when's the last time we went to RiteAid?
Where's Biden when you need him?
Why that specific time frame?
Because they said that somebody like got into their computer system. It was a third party, blah, 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 blah. They got driver's licenses.
But did they hack them back in 2017 and we're just finding out now?
I think they just found out.
Okay.
Or I hope they just found out. They haven't been holding on to that information.
Let's wait another couple weeks. We'll just push it back.
So did you fly on your vacation?
I did fly on my vacation.
Okay. And I did too.
Okay.
Okay. And when I flew Hawaiian Airlines.
Alaska.
Okay. And when we all sat down, they made an announcement over the PA that said, sit down, fasten your seatbelts, mahalo, aloha,
Right.
all that other good stuff. And then they said, if your laptop catches fire, we have fireproof bags available at various stations throughout the airplane.
Okay.
Okay. Did they say that to you?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, American Airlines this past Friday.
Did they really say that on your
Yes,
flight?
they did. If your
Okay.
laptops,
So I have a bag to puke in and I have a bag to put a flaming laptop into.
Exactly.
Nice.
I haven't seen the puking bags lately.
Yeah, they're there.
Are they?
Yeah, I always fill them with trash and then throw them away.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you're so nice.
No, I'm not using it for the purpose, and they have to I can't put a flaming laptop in it. That's for sure.
No, we wouldn't do that. So American Airlines Flight 2045 was preparing to leave San Francisco to go to Miami.
Okay.
And as you know, everybody's getting seated. People have all their stuff, and they're just pulling away from the gate. And somebody says, "Fire!
That quickly?
Fire!" Okay. And it happened in the back of the plane. So now they have to evacuate the plane.
Right.
Okay. So they open the doors, the door and the exit door in the back, and they open the exit door in the front. They throw down the chutes.
Right.
Okay. Then they start evacuating people off the plane. Only then does somebody say, "Throw the laptop out of the plane."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's smart.
Okay.
Instead of getting all the people out, get the thing that's on fire out.
Okay. So how do you think people exited the plane? How do you think? Did they?
Calmly. They want to get out. There's
Of
a
course.
danger. They're trying to get out as fast as possible. They're all going to the chute and sliding down one at a time, just like they tell you to do.
Let's watch the video.
Okay.
Go that way. Go out. Out that way. Out. Go out.
No one will leave?
Go forward. Do not take your bags. Go forward.
Do not take your bags.
Do not take your bags.
Just this fucking thing.
Okay.
Of course, it's a guy from Boston.
Yes. Okay. So you can see it didn't go very well.
No.
No. And you have the flight attendants just screaming.
Right. Because no one's listening.
Okay.
The first thing I do is I grab my kids and I am out. I don't care about my bags. I don't care
Right.
about the kids' iPads. I'm out. Immediately.
Yes. Okay. I would probably take my bag. No. It's a Rimmel. It's very expensive.
You fly private. If any laptop catches on fire, it's your laptop.
Not to Hawaii.
That's true. You were on Hawaiian Air. That's true.
It was very nice. Hawaiian Airlines, lovely.
Oh yeah,
They do
I've flown them before. It was a great
do a
airline.
very nice job. Very nice job. A couple of people got hurt getting off that chute, by the
Right,
way.
always
Yeah,
happens.
it always happens. OpenAI, I have to actually look at my notes for this because it's kind of like these weird words.
Okay.
OpenAI says that it's close to second of the 5 levels of artificial intelligence.
Hmm.
Okay. So we have like one
Denial, and then acceptance.
hallucinations.
Okay.
Okay. So now we are, the second level is reasoners. Okay. Or the second level is reasoners. That's when AI can solve basic problems like a human with a PhD.
Whoa.
That's where we are right now.
Okay.
Okay. The next level is called agents.
Who named these?
That's when you can operate independently for days. Think about that. You go to ChatGPT, you say, I need a business plan, marketing materials. I need to start a whole new company. Just keep going. Just
Right.
do it all. Just do it all. Okay. The next stage is innovators.
So basically, it's coming up with its own ideas
Yes.
without you even asking it to come up with that idea.
Correct.
Okay.
The last one is organizers.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Golden God.
Close. Means that it can run an entire organization. It can run the entire business, do all the accounting, the HR, do everything.
So it can recognize problems, solve the problems, and continue on without being prompted.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't that something?
What's the first?
It doesn't say.
It doesn't like is the first like
First is like, what's a prompt? You know what? You looked like that in your interview with me all those years ago. And I said you're hired.
Yeah,
that was
works.
it. That was it. Okay. Finally, unbelievable story.
What happened?
It involves a Tesla. You know how much I love Teslas.
Love Tesla.
Love Teslas.
Can I do a sidebar before you get to it?
Yes.
I was driving down the road on Sunday morning. A Tesla was behind me, and I've changed my mind.
Why?
This Cybertruck is stupid.
Why?
I saw it from my rear view mirror
Oh, you know
for
what?
the
This
first
is not right.
time,
This is not right.
and it just looked weird. I've only seen side views. I've never seen it in action. I've seen it parked or on the internet.
What the person looked like on the inside.
Couldn't see him. The tinting was so dark on the windshield, I couldn't see who was in it. I mean, I thought a tank was following me because it was so black on the windshield.
Are you still driving the company car with no air conditioning?
I am because of the hackers.
Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. I would have gone and bought a car by now. Okay. Since May 11th, you're driving around. It's 185 degrees out.
Oh, no, I got AC now. I have the company
okay.
car with AC. Yes.
Does it have the station logo on the side?
Yeah, it's Beth and Friends right there. KEZ 99.9.
You know what you should do before you give the car back? Take the picture off of Beth and put your picture on her.
Or just strip it down. Just say, put my Instagram handle on there.
Or you know what I always like? The plumbers.
The plumbers.
You ever seen like the plumber decals?
No.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, so imagine this truck. Okay, and it's a plumbing company. So it's a guy and so it's the guy's driving the truck.
Right.
But on the side of the truck is a decal of like his arm out the truck.
Oh, that's funny.
And he's sitting on a toilet.
I haven't seen those.
Oh,
That's
it's so
great.
cute.
That's
So
good
cute.
marketing.
All right. So, anyways, Tesla was sitting at an intersection in Nevada, and just sitting there. Okay. And then this Jeep comes around the corner,
Ooh.
crashes right into it. And then the Tesla must have been an organizer
Okay.
or an innovator
Right.
or an agent.
Not some.
No.
Okay.
Tesla sits there and goes, "This is bad.
Right.
This is some bad crap going on right now." And so the Tesla just drives off.
Leaving the scene of an
Did a
accident.
hit and run.
Well, get hit and run.
Yeah, get hit and run.
Yeah.
Here, watch the video. Okay. So you describe what's happening, Andrew.
I don't see anything. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we see the Jeep. It almost sideswipes the Tesla, and it's gone. See
Tesla
ya.
goes right up into
It
the hills.
decelerates. Doesn't even care about roads anymore. Oh, this is out of control.
Yes.
But it's literally gone.
Yeah, and then the owner of the Tesla is like trying to make the car stop.
Was he in self-drive mode? Do we know if he was in self-drive mode when
You
he
know
was
what?
hit?
That's what we don't know yet.
Okay.
We don't know yet. whether it was in full or self-driving mode.
Because if the self-driving mode kicked on, I think that's a bigger problem than if it was already in. So, but it needs to be able to know when it's been struck by a 2-ton vehicle.
Okay. Right? I mean, imagine like the guy gets pulled over. Okay. You got hit and then you ran. We need to have insurance. We got to fill out the paperwork. What's going on? And then the Tesla driver says, "It wasn't me."
Or the
was a car.
Cop comes over, says license and registration, and the car just takes off again.
You know what? Next time I get pulled over in Paradise Valley, I'm gonna say that. You know what? It was self-driving mode.
I'm so scared. My car's just driving all by itself.
I know.
Help me, officer.
Please. I don't know what to do. I'm just a blonde.
It'll work. It'll
You think?
definitely work. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Do I have to cry?
Do you have self-driving mode in that car?
Absolutely not.
That's going to hurt your case then. That is definitely going to hurt
You
your
know what?
case.
He said he never even saw that kind of Porsche before.
Oh, so you can just say, this is Kit from the Knight Rider. It's that Kit car.
Oh, did I tell you about the windshield?
Mm-mm. You got a chip in your windshield?
No.
Okay.
So part of my thing when I got pulled over the last time.
Oh, was the tinting?
Yes, the tinting. He didn't have the meter there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I said to Ian, I said, "Oh my gosh!" I said, the guy was complaining about the front window being tinted, and Ian's like, "Oh yeah, I did that for you."
Oh no! Did Ian not know that it was because you were arguing. This is straight off the factory.
Whoopsies.
Oops.
Hey, it's Kim Commando Today. It's your fun podcast about all things digital, and just a quick reminder that if you haven't already entered to win our if you haven't already entered to win our $1,000 vacation gift cards, you should do that right now. Go to winfromkim.com, winfromkim.com, and then you're going to join over 500,000 folks who get tech smart the easy way with my free newsletter. It's really amazing.
Imagine you win. You get to go on a vacation. You get on the plane. Laptop catches on fire. You get to drive down a slide. It sounds like a great plan.
Just don't go on American Airlines. No, it's not because of American.
No,
it's
it was
because
a
of the
laptop,
laptop.
yeah.
Because of the laptop. But really, seriously, it's important that you are tech smart because if not, I was thinking about this over the weekend. I mean, if you don't know what's happening in the tech world, you are going to be left behind.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you aren't aware of all the data breaches, what's happening with artificial intelligence, how to protect your kids, I mean, and how this can help your job or get rid of your job, I mean, you are going to be left behind.
It's important. And it takes only 5 minutes a day.
That's it. So go to winfromkim.com. Go to winfromkim.com. Winfromkim.com. All right. This is an incredible story because I think, first of all, I want all of us to go back to when you were 13, 14, 15 years old. Okay. Not always fun times.
Right.
Okay. Because you're kind of in that awkward stage. I mean,
Right.
you're no longer a child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're not quite a teenager. Okay. And then also your body's doing all kinds of weird stuff. You don't necessarily have the self-confidence that you have when you get older.
Right.
You think that your parents are, treating you like a baby.
And they're wrong about everything.
Oh yeah, they're wrong about everything. Yeah, they're wrong. But you're still having a good time. Don't get me wrong. But it's just kind of like this kind of awkward stage. And when things happen, maybe that that you might have a tendency to maybe they'll harm you more, so to speak. Okay. So 14-year-old gal, Elliston Berry. Imagine if this happened to you when you were 14.
First, when I read this story, the first thing I thought about was my daughter. My daughter's going to be 14 in 8 years, and I would go ballistic if this happened.
Yes, 100%, 100%. That she wakes up and her phone's blowing up with social media because there's naked pictures of her. Okay, but obviously, it's not
No,
her.
they're fake. They're deepfakes.
Deepfaked. So then she goes to her mom. And her mother's like, I know where the picture came from.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a vacation photo. But she would never do anything like that. Never.
She probably took the picture. Mom probably took the picture.
Of her
on the cruise?
With the cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously all clothed. And so now these pictures are being swapped from person to person. See, that's why it's different when we were growing up.
Right. I mean, the worst thing they're going to do when I was 14 was make fun of my shoes and everyone's going to laugh at me.
Yes, exactly.
And it's gone within 12 hours. This is alive and on the internet forever.
Yes, right. So joining us to talk about all this is Elliston and her mom. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Thanks so much for being here. So take us back to that day, Elliston. Beautiful name, by the way. Love your name.
Thank you. It was just a normal Monday for me. I had just began high school and it was October. So it was fresh with football and volleyball. And I was just a normal 14-year-old on a normal Monday when I had woken up to my phone blowing up from my friends telling me that these photos of her and I were going around. And she had sent me a collage of her and I's edited photo and then both of her and I's original photo to kind of support the fact that they were edited and they were fake. But it was absolutely terrifying to going through the day.
Yeah, and it's so easy to make these. I mean, there's AI Nudify apps, right? I mean,
Yes.
and so you see these photos, Elliston, of you. I mean, you must have been horrified.
I was terrified. It was so scary, especially so early in the morning, and I had a full week ahead, and it was totally out of my control. And I was just shocked to know that these images were going around and I had no idea. And I had no idea who was behind it and who would do such a thing.
So once you saw the pictures and you're communicating with your friend and getting all the messages, what do you do then? Now you know that these are out there. What's your first step?
Well, if I'm being honest, I kind of had a breakdown because I was just so scared.
For
but
sure.
Absolutely. We all would have.
I would have too.
I went and immediately told my mom. I knew that she would at least do something about it, and she did. Throughout the day, my mom was at the school, and by second period, I was giving my statement to the police officer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Gretz, you know what? Mom, you're smart.
Yeah, way to get to right into action.
Well, it's a helpless feeling because I didn't know what to do. We're on a whole new plane now. So, I mean, the only thing I need to do is to just go tell people and be like, we've got to get help.
And then what did the police say? What did they do?
Well, that first day, I don't think they really took us that serious. I mean, they were like, well, they're fake. And I'm like, no, they are fake. But if you look at them, if you were a predator, you wouldn't know the difference. This app that he used took their bodies and just stripped the clothes off of them. So it's their bodies, it's them. And so it was very scary looking at those pictures. I mean, I knew that they were fake, but like I said, if you're just a predator, you're looking for child porn, you're going to look at that and not know any different. That's the scary part about it.
Now, did the school jump into action?
No, they didn't really know what to do with it either. The kid had started sending them out from home, so they weren't on school Wi-Fi. So there was no way to really catch him necessarily. So that first day, they just I felt like they kind of just drugged their feet. They didn't really do anything. And by Tuesday, he had done more pictures and he had targeted more of their friend group. So by Tuesday, we had more pictures circulating, more girls involved in it. And then he also started when he would send out the snap and on Snapchat, and then you would get, if you accepted it and then you got all the pictures, people were asking him questions like, why are you doing this? Why would you do this? This is terrible. And so his response was, I want to go out with a bang. I want to ruin the girls. I'm suicidal. So now you got it stepped up a whole nother level. Now they're fearful for their life. So of course, all of us parents went straight back to the school again. And I think by that point, they were made to do something. So they started interviewing kids, trying to figure out who it could be.
Now, at what point of the process did you guys find out who was creating the pictures and sending them?
Well, that Friday. So
Okay.
This kind of went on all week long, kind of terrorizing the girls. Every day, new pictures, that kind of thing. And then on that Friday, the girls decided to go back to school. We had taken them out of school. And so that Friday, some of them are athletes like Ellis. And so in order to play in the volleyball game on Friday night, she had to go to school. So they go that Friday, and by second period, the school goes into lockdown for some reason. The alarms go down, complete lockdown. And we're thinking, you know, the girls are calling us on their phones. You know, is he here? Does he have a gun? Is it a bomb? You know, what
a nightmare.
just felt like we're totally targeted. But what happened during that time was that he went onto the school Wi-Fi and started sending out pictures from his account. And so the tech department at the school, at the high school, was able to catch him.
But he was sending messages with more girls and more pictures, and you said people were talking to him. Was it this anonymous person that was sending these messages?
Or did you know who it was?
Or did the people receiving the pictures know who it was?
No, it was an anonymous accounts on Snapchat. So they had like little pictures on
A
there.
little like Snapchat avatar Bitmoji, and they had my school's name and then a derogatory like term next to it.
Okay.
And he would be adding people from my school, and because he had my school's name, people assume that obviously he went here, I know him, and that's how he communicated.
Okay, so you go through that whole week. Does it stop, or does he just keep the harassment happening?
It went on throughout the whole week. People were bringing it up, and every day I had so many people talking to me about it, and I had assumed that the entire school had seen these images, heard about them, and my class alone is over 600 students. So throughout the whole high school, knowing it was terrifying, and it was so scary with around 9 girls involved. He was just terrorizing us throughout the entire week.
Were all the girls that he was targeting in your grade? Were you guys all peers?
Yes.
All
Okay.
friends.
We were all friends.
So it was your friend group.
Yes.
Okay, so now you have the police, you have the school involved, you have 9 girls, you have parents. Were you able to at that point band together and maybe try to find out who this person? Did you ever find who it was?
On that Friday, yeah.
Well, we didn't actually get to find out who it was because he's a minor. So
Oh.
the school knew who it was. The police knew who it was. So they suspended him. And so we kind of assumed we kind of knew who it was. They wouldn't tell us though, because of him being a minor. So we really felt like the school and even the police were behind him, like he was some kind of a victim and not really protecting the girls. So we were able to file a Title IX investigation, and through that, by law, they have to tell us who it is. But legally, we didn't find out. We didn't find out who it was for months because it took forever for them to do the Title IX. We just assumed because the kid was no longer in school who it was. But there wasn't really, the school didn't have anything in their student code of conduct to address AI. So
really?
all they would do is suspend him, and then they would not even tell us when he was coming back. So that whole semester, the girls are like, you know, are we going to show up at school and he's going to be in classroom again? Is he going to start doing it again? I mean, there was like nothing put in place to really protect the girls. And so my husband and I went to the school board trying to get them to do anything, and it just fell on deaf ears. You know, they heard what we had to say, but then they didn't do anything else with it. So,
You know what? You think that they would have taken some extra precautions, some extra steps, even like to publish some rules if this happens again, XYZ, some type of standard protocol.
How about expulsion?
Yes.
well, and that's what we asked for. We asked for him to be, you know, completely kicked out of school, but they wouldn't do anything. Their response was, we have an obligation to give him an education, and we are here to protect him too. So it was a very frustrating. It's been.
But how do you sit in a classroom? How do you sit in the same school when you know that this is the schmo that did this?
Right, exactly. And this was the third incident, which is another reason this fired me up as well. We know 2 other incidents that happened at the school, and the school did nothing about it either. So I was not going to be quiet.
Did he return to school?
No, his parents ended up taking him out of school because they were afraid he would be bullied.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's so fragile at this point.
Right. Exactly.
What a
It's been a
nightmare.
So after you found out the identity of him, now the police are involved, the school's involved. Did you take it any further after that?
Well, we tried. We we tried to do more legal action with it. There really wasn't anything that could be done. So they ended up charging him with a class A misdemeanor, slap on the wrist. He got probation, and then his record will be expunged when he's 18. It just for distribution of harmful materials is what the class A misdemeanor was. But again, there's no laws for AI as of right now. So there, and with him being a minor, I mean, he just got a slap on the wrist.
Were they telling you technically this is not a picture of her? Technically, this is not
That's a good
a
question.
real child pornography, and that's why we can't do anything?
Yes, they said that because it was an AI deep fake, that it wasn't considered porn according to the law.
Okay.
So,
According,
Elliston, how has this changed what you put online?
It's totally changed what I put out and what I post. A month or two after this happened, I went completely ghost mode and took down all of my posts on almost every single app. And I really went through my following, and my accounts on all social medias are normally private, and they are private, but I really went through my following and checked who I followed and made sure I trusted them, at least had some sort of communication with them. But ever since then, I've been very aware of what I post and what my online image looks like, because even from such an innocent picture, he took that and totally violated me as well as 9 other girls. So just from an innocent photo like that, people can get wrong ideas and anything like that. So what I post has been very important to me.
Well, and that's you're smart, and
Mhm.
it's nothing that you did
No.
wrong. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong. It was this sicko
Yet
kid.
she's the one being punished.
Yeah.
Her life's flipped upside down. She has to change everything she does. He just goes and enrolls in a different school and carries on.
Yes, and then when he's 18, there's nothing there, anything
Garbage.
there. Yeah, because they do say that. They do say that because it's computer generated,
Mhm.
that it's not really child pornography. Well, in my opinion, it is. Okay, because some sicko is going to look at that.
Well, it's also too about intent. His intent was to harm.
Yes, it was. Well, you know what, ladies? Thank you for being here, telling your story. Because it's gonna give people something to think about when they're
Yeah.
posting. An innocent photo can end up
Mm-hmm.
in some weird bad place, and if you
Yeah.
don't really know who's following you, and set your accounts to be private. I mean, it's all a lot of safety stuff that we just have to know about.
Which is a shame that we have to think about all that stuff because some other jerk is going to do something like that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I will tell you. I know you.
Yeah.
Boy, if that ever happened to Francis
I would take
or
it public.
Eloise,
I'd be on the radio every single day calling out every member of that school, every member of the police department that's doing nothing. That's That's the fact that he just got away with it.
well, it's a public school.
Yeah.
Private schools, they operate on a little bit of a different
Right. They
level.
have a different rules.
But it's and it's always puts you in a bad spot, because I'm not going to go into it, but there was an incident once where I disagreed with what the school did. Well, I'll tell you what it is. Tell you
Okay.
what it was. Is that when Ian was in 5th grade, the school decided that they would give the kids sex education. Okay. And
11 years old?
yeah, and I thought like that was too early.
I agree.
Okay, too early. So I go pick up Ian from school, and I find out that's what they did that day.
I had sex ed in the 8th grade.
Okay, he's in 5th grade,
Yeah, that's way too
middle of 5th grade, and they talked about heterosexual sex, gay sex, everything. Taught him exactly how everything worked. Okay, and Ian's like,
Yeah, of course, because he's 11.
okay, and so I went to the headmaster. I was pissed, and I told him, and Barry was there. Barry's pissed, and I said, you took that away from me. And that was my responsibility. And then he said to me, well, we sent an email notification. I said, you sent an email notification, right? And he said, yeah. So I called up my IT folks.
Mm-hmm.
I said, did I get an email from the school? Nope.
Did they forget to send it to you, or did they never sent it?
They never sent it. Because you know why? They didn't want people calling them up.
Of course.
Okay. So then we did this whole thing. And so now probably 40% of the parents were pissed.
Right.
60% were okay. Okay. So now we're all in like this parent meeting.
Right.
And the headmaster's at the front of the class. And this is a private school, obviously. And the headmaster's at the front. And he's saying, well, you know, this is important, part of life, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I stand up and I said, you should have notified us and you should have given us a way to opt out.
When I was in the 8th grade and I had sex ed, my parents had to sign a permission
No,
slip.
there's no permission slip. There's nothing. Okay. And I said, you know, you should have given us a way to opt out. Right over here, sitting right to my right, is a newscaster from Channel 3.
Did this person have a child in this class?
Yes.
That's a mistake.
Okay. So she stands up and she looks at me and she says, that's because you're a bad mother.
What?
And I go, I'm like, what? And she said, you're a bad mother. She said, I was happy that they I was happy that they did all that. And so that this way I picked up my daughter from school and I said, how was your day? And we went out and had coffee and talked about it. And
Those two comments don't connect. The fact that you are so engaged in the education your child is getting and the information that you want to deliver to them in the way you want to as a parent, and you're a bad mom. The bad mom's the one who, thank God, someone else did the dirty work she didn't have to do.
Exactly. And so then another parent stands up and looks at her and says, and then it got kind of contentious.
Okay.
Because
They work for Channel 5.
Okay. No, so he's a dear friend of mine, even to this day. And he stands up and he goes, she's the best mother that you could ever, and so, but it was, so I'm sure there are parents that they're dealing with, is what I'm saying, is that some parents are going to say, well, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's, we're making a mountain out of a molehill, whatever it may be. And then you have parents who are just not engaged.
Right.
Okay. And then you have parents like with weird thoughts, like, we'll go have coffee.
Get our nails done and talk about it.
Yes. And then, so funny. So then fast forward years later, I'm getting my hair done. And this person's in the salon.
Channel 3 lady?
Yes. And I hear her talking about me.
Right there and then.
Because they're behind me.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's saying, God, she has just created this whole empire, and I would love to work with her and work for her because she got canned from Channel 3.
Maybe you guys can do a podcast called Bad Moms.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, get me out of here. Hey, it's Kim Commando today. We are so glad that you're here. Hey, don't forget, do us a solid. What did we forget?
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes,
Easy.
that's what we need you to do.
If you like the podcast on YouTube, if you like watching us live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just hit a like, subscribe so you know when the show starts, and drop a comment. It helps the algorithm so more people get to see it.
Exactly. So I went and worked out.
Okay.
Because, it's 185 degrees out.
Did you go for a jog?
I was going to go. I actually did. I got dressed. I thought, I'm going to go for a run today.
You're crazy.
And I went out and to get them. I went out by the mailbox and I turned around.
Oh, good.
I was
okay.
like,
did you see that New York Times story that people are falling onto the pavement and it's so hot it's burning through their clothes and burning them?
Yeah. So
Don't go jogging, Kim Commando.
No, I didn't. So I went over to the health club and I did like 45 minutes on the elliptical, did some weight, some strength training, things like that. And I came home and then I was cleaning out the refrigerator. I still had my earbuds in. Okay. And there's like, oh my gosh, the nastiest stuff in my refrigerator. I mean, it was like, I can't even, I had like romaine lettuce that I have never seen romaine lettuce like turn this shades of gray and black. And it was just like it was had morphed into itself. So I'm talking to my sister and she's talking to me about like how they just got back from Hawaii, their trip to Hawaii. We're talking, and then and I remember I got my earbuds in, and then I said, hold on, Kristen, I think Barry just said something kind of strange. And I said, and I take out an ear. I'm like, what? And Barry says, Trump just got shot. I said, wait, say that again? And he said, Trump just got shot. He was watching the rally.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I said to my sister, I said, Barry just said Trump got shot. She goes, oh, so anyway, so Dan and I, when we were, I said, Christine, President Trump just got shot at a rally. She goes, oh, we did? Well, I'm at the park right now. I said, I'll call you back.
Yeah. I had a similar scenario. I texted someone Sunday morning and they're like, what'd you do yesterday? I was like, I was glued to the coverage all day long. I literally watched it for like 6 hours straight. I was just following what's going on. And the response was, what happened?
Right.
Sunday morning, they had no idea. So obviously everyone knows Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. He's in Pennsylvania. He's at a rally. Someone took multiple shots at him. He got hit in the ear.
Gosh. He's so lucky that he just moved his head like that.
He would be dead.
Right.
I mean, literally an inch and he would be dead. We'd have an assassination, not an attempted assassination. Right. So he goes to the ground. Then the Secret Service cover him. And as he's walking off the stage, he asked for his shoes multiple times, which I thought was very interesting. But then after he asked for his shoes, he pushed himself through the group of Secret Servicemen, put his hand up in the air with a bloodied face, and yelled, fight.
Right.
That image, it is epic.
It
will
is.
Go down forever. That image is amazing.
Ian said that this was, because remember, he was born just right around 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
He said this is his 9/11.
Right, and I don't care if you hate Trump or you love Trump, that image of right there of a man surviving an assassination attempt and still saying he's going to fight, obviously everywhere on the internet. Within 2 hours of the shots being fired, 2 conservative influencers had already put together T-shirts and put them up for sale. Yes.
I didn't know this.
2.
Who are they?
One was Candace Owens, and I don't remember the name of the other one.
Within 2 hours?
2 hours of the shots being fired.
That's disgusting.
Within 8 hours, there were over 100 T-shirts available for sale with that image and some sort of message, whether it's fight, 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 or Barstool Sports. They put up an image of the president, former president, and the words fight, fight, fight on the shirt. They took it down later, so I don't know if they were getting a bad response or it wasn't selling, whatever, but they took it down later. On Sunday, come Sunday, midday, there are thousands of these shirts available on the internet. Instead of people paying attention to what's happening, they're rushing to their computer to Photoshop something. First of all, an image they don't own,
right,
to Photoshop something, and they can make a quick buck. Within 2 hours, Candace Owens, and I'm not saying I'm not pro Candace Owens, I'm not anti Candace Owens, but the fact of the matter is we had an assassination attempt in this country, and your mind goes to, I got to sell some swag.
I can go make some money off of this.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to put some merch out because I think I need some too.
Now,
this
I
is
don't.
An opportunity.
It is a copyright photo.
New York Times.
Yes, it was protected. Yeah, I heard Maggie Haberman saying that was her coworker that took that picture. Mm-hmm. Amazing picture, iconic. That should.
I saw the guy on an interview this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and he's probably like in his late 50s, early 60s. Worked for the New York Times for a long time.
He will never take a better picture than that.
He was 30 seconds before he took that picture. He was on the other side of the podium.
Oh.
And he had a different lens on the camera because he was trying to get close-ups of Trump's face.
Okay.
So 30 seconds before all that happened, he moved from the back of the podium to the front of the podium, switched the lenses out on his Sony camera. And so he had the right lens to capture that shot.
It's iconic. There's nothing we can do about this. It's going to continue to happen. I'm curious. I actually had the thought when I was reading this article on Wired is how fast after the planes hit the towers in 2001, if that had happened in 2024, would there be T-shirts on the internet?
Probably the same amount of time.
The only thing we can do is just don't buy them. Don't support people, and even President Trump. Now, when President Trump had his mugshot, he made a photo of his own mugshot, put it on a T-shirt, and was campaigning. He's not selling. Even he is not selling his own image after an assassination attempt. Just don't buy this stuff.
Well, I will tell you that I did get an email from the Trump campaign
oh, did you?
with that image.
Okay.
And
So he is using it to campaign.
yes, and it just said something like because I was actually going through my junk folder this morning because I was like I go through that every once in a while just to make sure I don't miss anything.
Right.
And it was in there. And it was just like fight, get freedom. You know, it's just like 3 words.
Donate.
Yeah, donate.
Okay.
That's what it was donate. But you know, there's I don't know what the latest numbers are, but for the firefighter who died,
Mm-hmm.
they have
Saving his family.
they have some GoFundMe's going.
now that don't go buy a T-shirt. Go donate to that.
Yeah, give them some money, and also the 2 other people that got hurt. But also, we got to watch out for the phony GoFundMe's too.
That's true.
I mean, it's like I don't know. People are weird.
They love money, no matter what, at no cost. At no point, I started watching at probably 4:30, and I stopped at probably 10. And at no point in that 5.5 hours did I went, I'm gonna make $1 off of this.
I never thought about it either.
No.
And you know, when it happened, I texted Ian and I said Trump has been shot, and he didn't answer me. So I called him. He didn't answer the phone. So then, you know me, I always go, I go nuclear.
Right.
You know, if he doesn't want, it's like womp womp, because you know you can make find your friend's
Right.
phone
Beep and
beep
all that
and all that
jazz.
other stuff. So then I'm like, and then he had asked me like about a week ago, like he said, you know, can you not do that?
Well, this is a national emergency.
So yeah, so
You
I
had to go. It's not like you couldn't find the creamer.
yes exactly. Can you? Where's the dog's leash? Have you seen the dog's leash? Because I can't find the dog's leash. So I'm like, I said, I know you told me, you asked me not. I said, and then he's like, no, it's okay. This was
Yeah.
a good one. And so, but then he goes, how did you know the moment it happened? I said, your father. He goes,
Mhm.
oh yeah, Fox News Central. I said, yes.
We're gonna go pretty quick here.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a video or anything to close out, or just a story?
It's just adorable.
Okay.
Hey, it's Kim Commando Today. Make sure that you do us a solid and tell at least one person about Kim Commando Today. That's all. Just one person. That's all. Just one person.
You
You-
shoot 2 friends, and then they'll tell 2 friends,
And
and
then-
then they'll tell 2 friends.
You didn't answer my question yet.
What was your question?
How much? I mean, how much did you really miss me? I mean, were you crying missing me?
No, I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, I knew I was just gonna. It's not like you passed,
Yeah,
or you went to Mars. I knew I'd see you again,
No, so it wasn't.
but I missed doing the show.
Okay.
So
that's
much
good.
so I didn't watch you and Allie. It hurt too bad.
Such a liar.
So NASA, the astronauts, they are still using technology from the 1970s in their spacesuits. And we're gonna-
1970s?
Yeah. And we're going to focus on one area of their spacesuit, the crotchal area. Because when they're in their
What'd
space,
you say? The crotula?
yeah, the crotchal area.
No.
It's
okay.
technical, sorry. If they have to go to the bathroom and they're, in deep space, they just have to go. And right now, their spacesuit,
Would you have trouble doing that?
going in, if you had to go,
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
I'd do
all
it.
right. Okay, move
I'm
on.
sure they have training where, they have to stand there and go and stand there and go. They do all that kind of training. And it absorbs it. But for the astronauts, it can be bad. It can have some health effects on them to, sit in a suit that's full of their own, number one.
And 2.
So I think we're just talking about number one.
Oh, okay. all
I
right.
don't know what happens to the
Yeah,
two.
what happens in number 2? Is there like a little chute that just goes out?
Little door opens,
Yes.
floats like Elon's car. It just floats into deep space. So if they go number one, it's in the suit. So the company has come up with a new suit that NASA is looking at, but they haven't adopted yet.
Okay.
Because, we're going back to the moon. There's going to be 2 trips to the moon in the next, 25 years. And with this suit, instead of it just being absorbed into this pad, there's a vacuum system that will vacuum it all up. And now I know what you're thinking. Where does it vacuum to?
Yes.
It vacuums to a pod on the back of the suit that then turns it into drinking water.
Isn't that like there was a movie like that, Dune?
Dune, yeah, it's based on the suit from Dune, but it's real technology where the astronaut's urine is then filtered, and then if they get thirsty, they can go ahead and drink it in the middle of space.
You're like, oh, I think I had too much garlic yesterday.
Asparagus?
It's still green.
Who had to test the suit for the first time?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, man. I got to drink the pea soup.
Either you're in or not.
Good one. That's how we ended today. You're in or you're not.
That was a good one.
It was. It was fabulous.
No, you missed me.
I did.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We appreciate that. And leave us some great comments
Please.
because we read every single one.
She does. I don't.
Well, I make you sometimes. If they talk about you.
That's true. You'll bring them to my attention.
But if they should only talk about me.
They should. Just Kim-focused comments.
Thank
About
you.
10,000 of them. That's all.